Good evening, students. Today I am going to start a new lesson for class 9 students, chapter 2, the Vedic Period, part 1. This chapter is also been taught in your previous class. Okay, before we proceed towards the chapter, you must understand why it is called the Vedic period. After Harappan civilization, the second urbanization, which started in the central Indo-Gangetic plain, is known as Vedic period. So, Vedic period is divided into two periods. Okay. Why Vedic period was divided into two periods? So you have reason behind that. The period when Aryan first settled in India is known as the early Vedic period that started from 1500 to 1000 BCE, between 1000 BC to 500 BC, when iron had come to be used. And the another one is later Vedic age. It started from 1000 BC to 500 BC. They moved in the eastward and southeastward direction. Aryans, so far tribal and nomadic in nature, gradually settled in the Gangetic Valley, which was known as later Vedic age. Now, what kind of culture developed during that period? Culture of that period is based on totally Vedic text. That's why it is called Vedic culture. Before we proceed on, I have written some sources of Vedic period. It has been divided into literary sources and archaeological sources. Under your literary sources, you can see Rig Veda, Yajurveda, Samaveda, and Atharva Veda. So these are the list of sources of Vedic age. Before we proceed through literary sources of Vedic period, student must know about the Vedic literature. It was written in Sanskrit. The term Veda has been derived from the Sanskrit word Vid, which means knowledge. Now, next thing, Vedic literature is divided into two parts, namely the Shruti and Smriti. Now, what is this Shruti and Smriti? This is the pattern of imparting knowledge during those days. Shruti used to be like this, passing the knowledge orally, and Smriti used to be keeping that knowledge in mind by listening it. So this used to work for them. This used to be the part of their educational system as as a part to impart knowledge, and nowadays we can use the same manner in imparting knowledge. So the process of teaching and learning used to be like listening the knowledge passed by the teacher orally, and they used to keep that thing in their mind. So this is what Shruti and Smriti was all about, and the part of Smriti literature was composed by the Rishi. So in this way they taught us how teaching learning process can be done simply by listening and keeping those things in mind. So you can see the advancement done by the sages during the Vedic period, which can be applied today also. So over here we can understand the importance of Vedic literature.